What's going on, folks? Welcome to another episode of GW Recap with yours truly. GW holds on for an 85-80 win over visiting North Carolina A&T. But before we get started, make sure y'all, for the best soul food in the DMV, head over to Oohs and Ahs and tell them I sent you. 3 locations. One's located 1005 U Street, Northwest Washington, D.C. Other one, the dining restaurants at 5933 Georgia Avenue, Washington, D.C. Also, don't hesitate to visit the newest location at 1033 Glebe Road in Alexandria, Virginia. Remember, tell them I sent you. Best soul food in the town. Now back to GW. Tale of two halves. First half, all GW. And the reason for that halftime lead of 44-33 was due to their front court. Their front court was just dominant. And um, you know what I mean? It looked like they were about to run away with it. Rafael Castro was just it was easy for him. He had 11 points, 12 rebounds, 2 steals, and 3 blocks in the first half. Um, I mean, what more could you ask for from that type of production, man? And he was active, and he could have had a lot more blocks, but credit North Carolina A&T guards for when they challenged them. They try to hang in the air and alter their shot so it wouldn't get blocked, but still try to score. They were fearless, so he was only able to get 3 of them, but he altered so many more, and that kind of helped when GW had that cold spell shooting the ball. In the first half, man. Also you gotta look at what Darren Buchanan, who's we all know is on A10 rookie team last year. With his play so far this season, it's easy to see that you know him being the all conference player is well within reach if he continues and just uh, continues to be consistent with what he's doing. You know what I mean? Just constantly a double threat, bringing the energy and being a leader. He had 10 points and 4 rebounds in the first half to join Castro. So that tells you they combined for half of GW's points, basically. You know what I mean? And 15 rebounds between that front court. That's the reason why they had a double-digit lead at the half. And North Carolina A&T was led by uh, Glasper, who had 10.6 rebounds, and Ryan Forrest, who had 9 points and 2 steals. Landon Glasper, excuse me, I just want to make sure I get his full name. Uh, they were some tough guards. They just needed a little help. They needed other players to join them to make it a game. And in the second half, that's exactly what happened, man. It was a totally different half, and GW was fortunate enough to hold on to win this game. The second half started with North Carolina A&T going on an 8-0 run to start it, led by 2 back-to-back 3 points from Jonathan Lamoth, who's a local product. Had a outstanding career at St. Francis up in Baltimore, play AAU for Team Durant, so saw him pretty much grow up before he entered college and transfer from Maryland as well. Uh, that sparked it. Then next thing uh, he got a little help from Forrest, who's consistent, Glasper, who's consistent throughout the game. Next thing you know, they start in the second half, outscoring GW 17-7, and it's a 3-point game. And not only that, they managed to even take the lead at one point. So after that, it was just a flat out dogfight, and um, they needed GW needed guys to step up. North Carolina A&T did a good job of keeping bodies on Castro, so he wouldn't continue the to the damage and impact that he was having. Because if they wouldn't have kept bodies on him, he would have put up 20 and 20 easily. You know what I mean? What I call a Moses Malone type outing, where you 20 and 20. plus with the blocks. He would have won the game by himself, but credit the Aggies. They kept bodies on him, kept him off the boards, and he finished the first half with 11 and 12. He finished the game with 12 and 12, so that kind of tells you how they neutralized him, so to speak. But with that being said, with him neutralized, GW guards woke up, and they woke up just in time. You know what I mean? Jacoi Hutchison, he finished with 18 points and 3 assists in the game. Gerald Drumgoole hit some big shots in the game, 14 points, 5 rebounds. Trey Autry chipped in 7 points. Christian Jones chipped in 7 points. But then, when they got cold late in the game, Darren Buchanan did what he should do and stepped up. And that's what potential all-conference players or actual all-conference players, that's what they do. And he stepped up late. He had 10 points, and 4 rebounds in the first half. He finished with 20 points and 11 rebounds. So he added in the second half, he scored 10 points, and he grabbed 7 rebounds in the second half to help make sure GW held on to win. GW also outscored the Aggies 48-28 in the paint. 48-28 in the paint, and that's a byproduct of the dominance of Castro and Buchanan from throughout the game. GW out rebounding them 38-31. Second chance points, GW won that battle 12-4. And for the game, GW shot well from the field, shot 48%, didn't shoot well from deep, only shot 28%, and they shot well from the free throw line, 88%. The Aggies, they shot 50% from the field, 40% from 3, 80% from the free throw line. Again, and most of those threes came late from, Glasper, who was 4 or 5. When GW looked like they was about to pull away, he'd come down, hit another clutch 3 to keep them within striking distance. And he battled. He left it all out there. He has a tremendous heart. Glasper, man, he's gonna be a problem, serious problem. You know what I mean? Throughout the season for every opponent, because his will to win was in full effect. And it wasn't even just a scoring. He had 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. You know what I mean? It was special. It was special watching him hit big shot after big shot late in the game to keep them within striking distance. But GW made their free throws and were able to, pull it out, man. So credit GW. They improved to 3-0 on the season. I believe their next opponent is, if I'm not mistaken, NJIT. Yep, NJIT, November 18th at 7 p.m. So, be back here for that game with another episode of GW Recap. GW 3-0, man. Got to clean up some things, I'm sure, obviously. With the close game with A&T. I'm pretty sure if you ask head coach Chris Caputo, he has a laundry list of things that they need to clean up. But nonetheless, man, they found a way to win the game, and that's what's most important. So, very good day, not just for GW, but for the A-10. Overall, a lot of big wins. So it's going to be a dogfight as throughout the non-conference season, definitely in the conference. We already know how that gets, man. So, once again, good win from GW. I'll be back here on Monday to see how they, handle NJIT and see if they can improve to 4-0. Thanks for joining me.